That's beautiful, Tara. What is that you got in your hand?
Well, this is a Tibetan singing bowl from the 17th century from Tibet, and it's a beautiful instrument of sound healing.
And that's from the 17th century. That's wow.
Yes, it's an antique, and I feel really blessed to be the custodian of it.
Yeah, you can just feel the energy going in when you ring that.
Yeah, it's
What is the
beautiful.
purpose of these bells?
Well, these help you to align with a higher frequency, and it's an energetic tone that reverberates through the body and helps the body to heal and align with higher frequencies. It's
Wow.
used in meditation also to raise your consciousness.
Hmm. Yeah, I noticed you do some beautiful meditation. We did one out here a couple of days ago. Is that how you first began channeling?
Well, actually, I began channeling in 1986 when someone helped me to realize that I had a soul. It was a very interesting year, 1986, when a friend of mine gave me a book about reincarnation that just changed my life. It opened me up and helped me to realize that I had a soul. And from there, I just started meditating and feeling the presence of angels and spirit guides in my life, and it was just beautiful. And one day, a friend of mine brought me into a deep, energetic state where a spirit guide spontaneously jumped into my body and started talking to me. And it was a beautiful experience.
You weren't scared?
Not at all. It was just so loving and so beautiful that it was an amazing experience that changed me. And I realized I have to do this. This is something I really want to experience and to use to be in service to others.
Where do you think that line exists between possession and having a channel come in like that? Where's the line there, or is there a line?
Well, possession is usually referring to a negative entity or a lower astral entity.
So it might be the same thing. It's just the negative versus the positive.
Yeah, the positive, in channeling, you're connecting to higher beings. Specifically, I work with angels, ascended masters, and the Christ consciousness. And when you're working with high vibrations like that, then beautiful things happen. And so the work speaks for itself based on the quality of the information that comes through.
A lot of energy moving here.
Yeah,
We're like in the middle of a vortex, aren't we?
We are in the middle of a vortex. So.
You're here. It's just like, why?
It's okay.
I meet a lot of beautiful people in this work. Puts you right at the top of that list. What do you think it is about the work that? Do you think the beauty is coming from the inside, or because you don't? None of you take bad pictures. You know, it's very interesting. Yeah.
Well, I just feel confident in who I am. I don't have any. Well, I'll say I'm still human, and I don't have too many insecurities anymore. I feel comfortable in my own skin.
Yeah.
And I feel that I'm meant to carry these higher frequencies for the planet now. So it's just easier for me to live in a loving consciousness and to be in a place of kindness and respect of all life. And hopefully that's the light that shines through me.
Yeah, we just hit a higher consciousness of. I think all the beings that were up in that airplane just went over our head, right?
That's right.
We have rain clouds out here, the juniper tree all twisted up behind you and everything. It's just such a beautiful setting.
Yeah.
What attracted you to Sedona?
Well, the energy and the conscious community here, and of course the beauty of nature is just unlike anywhere else on Earth. And when I first discovered Sedona back in 1989, it was love at first sight. I cried when I got here. It was just so amazing. I felt like I was home. And it was a unique experience. And I did have some past life flashbacks of having been a Native American Hopi medicine woman living here in a past life. So it made sense that this was home, a deep soul home.
I was a cowboy here. Maybe I shot you at one point, huh?
Thankfully, I believe I lived in peaceful times,
Good.
I don't have any violent memories of that lifetime, thankfully. But I had the full download. I was meditating at my sacred tree over by Courthouse Butte and had the full download of that lifetime, and it was beautiful.
Wow. Yeah, you get
Yeah.
really massive downloads. You wrote a screenplay in a weekend from
Yeah,
one download.
Spirit
and,
gives me so many projects. You know, once you start opening that door, the creativity just flows incredibly.
yeah.
And if I didn't have to channel so much to make a living, which I don't mind at all, I love what I do, it's
Yeah.
fine, but I would so love to just be creative all the time. You know, to just write books, write screenplays, do art, I want to do painting, I want to do landscape photography. I just have a gazillion creative projects.
Well, I'm
that
going to
are-
help you with that. I'll
All
give you some
right.
stuff to do where you're being creative while you're still doing your
Yeah.
work. Yeah.
Well, I try to fit it in, and that's why it never gets done.
Yeah, I showed you that that digital art today. You can do right at your computer. That's
Yeah,
really fun. Isn't it?
yeah. If
Be
I
on
had
one
time,
window,
it'd be great.
writing something, and another one just jumping back and forth and doing some digital art with your amazing You're an amazing photographer.
Thank you,
And,
thank you.
ha-
I love my art photography,
Yeah.
and
do you paint and draw too?
not so much.
Mhm.
My paintings and drawings, I call it fifth grade artwork because it has that childlike quality to it.
Yeah. Well, I got you
But,
beat. I'm seventh grade.
There you go. But I'll just do a little plug for my art photography business.
Yeah.
I've been taking pictures since I was a little kid, and I just never stopped. And with the digital era, of course, then I got completely out of control, and I just have thousands and thousands of photos,
Right.
and some of them are pretty darn good. So
Great.
I went to Tibet and Nepal last year. It was an amazing, life-changing trip. And I toured Buddhist monasteries and sacred sites all throughout the Himalayas. And the photos I took were so special and so powerful that Spirit said these images have to get out and be shared with the world in some way. So I started my business, blessingimages.com. And I feel that the images are a blessing for anyone that
Yeah.
has them in their home, and the energy of those sacred spaces really comes through if you tune into it. So those images are available, they're out there, and I'm really glad to be able to provide that sacred energy for people that can't get to Tibet and Nepal to see those places themselves.
Yeah, and I'll show you how to take those images and turn them into videos on YouTube. It'll be fun for you.
Great,
Yeah.
great,
Slideshows.
super.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put some nice music to it, and you've got
I
sample
have
your
that,
work.
actually. I have
Oh,
a
you do?
whole PowerPoint presentation
Oh, we could just
of-
probably screen copy that.
of my trip. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've done that, but it was supposed to be shown at the Creative Life Center on Labor Day weekend this year, but it got canceled.
But so you got it already. Well,
Yeah,
great. We'll
it's
put that
already-
to good use.
Okay, great.
Yeah, you got it all assembled and
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
marvelous.
So
Um,
great.
So we're at 10 minutes and 11 seconds here. And so we're seeing some ones. Let's talk about your entity that you channel, which is a number of entities called the One.
Just one.
Just one,
Actually.
not the one. That's
Not
more
the one.
that's more egotistical. isn't it?
Exactly. They don't want to say we're the one. That is, it doesn't convey the energy of who they are.
Yeah.
They say we are one because they are one consciousness, and it's a group of about 100 souls that have evolved beyond the physical plane, and so they're ascended angels. They're seventh dimensional angels.
Are they human angels or are they?
They're human angels, yes. They've graduated Earth School, you might say. So now they're in this place of living in the angelic realms, and they're here to be in service to humanity. And I'm their spokesperson. So it's a real blessing that I get to talk to angels for a living. And they bring through some amazing insight and wisdom, and they have a clarity and tremendous compassion for people. And I feel that that comes through in the channelings.
Yeah, you did a channeling for me just after I lost my friend Bradley and got in touch with that. That was beautiful. Is there anything you would like to do for the audience today here on YouTube at Dream Shield with sharing with us just specifically for Dream Shield members? We have about 700 members in our Dream Shield group on Facebook, and we've got about 500,000 views of our videos on YouTube. So you're going to be going out to a fairly significant sized group here. So
Okay, great. Well, I just want to send my love and blessings to all the Dream Shield members. I feel this is a powerful project. The founder, Ken Sheetz, is an amazing man with a great vision.
he really
And,
is. I'm just kidding.
And I really feel that the times are changing so rapidly, and that these are powerful times for us to be stepping into our consciousness and our higher awareness, to live as embodiments of our higher self, where we're not afraid of all the doom and gloom that's been out there, but that we really take life by the horns and say, no, I'm creating a beautiful life.
And stop playing it so small. We're actually Pangalactic beings.
Yeah, exactly. And that we are here to shape-shift all of humanity into a higher level of love and consciousness and responsibility. And times are changing very quickly now.
I got that Pangalactic from one of my favorite science fiction writers, Douglas Adams, who writes, what did he write? It was adapted into a television series. I'm blanking out on it right now. I think it's So Long and Thanks for All the Fish. It's a story about the dolphins,
Very
who
nice.
are leaving Earth, to shift to another level or something. Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. And he had these pan-galactic beings that were really just mice in the story, but they're really these vast, intelligent species. But we're really like that. We are the mice, I guess, in Douglas Adams' story. How about, are you feeling anything from your channel, from the one, where they might like to?
Well, I could go into a little bit of a trance.
Thank you, yeah.
And
Do
I'd
you want to
like
explain that? We can just sort of, we can make a break here
Okay.
in the video and make this a separate.
Okay.
So go ahead and talk right to the camera.
Okay. Well, I'd like to explain what channeling is. There's some confusion because there's different kinds of channeling. There's conscious channeling, where you're just bringing through information that comes to you, kind of like through a psychic reading. And deep trance channeling is a whole nother ball game, because it takes a deeper level of surrender and trust to be a trance channeler. It's not for everyone. And that's why some spiritual teachers don't recommend it, because you don't want any random spirit jumping into your body and using your body. You really have to be very discerning. And that's why I work with the Christ consciousness, the Ascended Masters, the Archangels, and the angelic realms to bring through the highest vibrational frequency possible. And the way that I do it is I focus on my breath, and I visualize white light from the heart of God just pouring into me. And that's always a beautiful feeling. And then I bring in the golden light of the Christ consciousness, and I feel that energy filling my body with light. And then I just let go. I call in my angels and spirit guides to come and be with me now.
You're coming on a plane.
Oh, pause.
Yeah, go back to.
Pause.
You'll have to go back to the beginning, I'm afraid,
Oh, okay.
so that it'll flow. Otherwise, it's going to seem choppy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
How's
not
my hair?
beautiful. Yeah.
Okay.
Wind blown.
Okay. So we'll start from the beginning
The
again.
colors are amazing. You really picked out the perfect.
Are there red rocks behind me?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
and the base of the juniper and the bush.
Okay.
Rocks.
All right, good.
Okay.
Okay.
Start with talking about channeling, what it is, and
Okay. Well, I'm happy to share about channeling because it's a passion of mine. I've been a full trance channeler for the angelic realm for 26 years, almost 27 years now. And it's my life. I love it. And basically, channeling is being a conduit for the higher beings to speak through into this dimension. Of course, the higher beings are in their light bodies and they don't have voices in the traditional sense. So people like me just somehow signed on for this as a sole purpose. But basically, channeling is opening up to the highest vibrational possible.